The Doom Tower of Etheria restart is nothing else but Ember Trek. This is one of the most important set of challenges that you need to complete to earn very good rewards. It's not even comparable to Eternal Rally in terms of what rewards you can get. And given that this is a monthly feature, it's just reset at the time of recording. Now, there is normal and hard. Opposed to Raid Shadow Legends Doom Tower, you don't start with hard, but you start with normal. Actually, that was Curse City where it starts with hard. So, the inspiration is quite obvious. Ember Trek is basically the Doom Tower of Raid. Eternal Rally is basically Curse City with some twist. But the issue is that Eternal Rally has really bad rewards, while Ember Trek has really good rewards. Let's see what's at stake. You have 42 levels. We're starting at level 1. In fact, I could add some extra master volume just a bit. Like 10% master volume is fine. Continue. And let's get started with Ember Trek. Here it is. In the meantime, background farming is running, so it has been running for a while. This time it's not shells, but modules. At least today. I'm waiting for a 2x event. I've been basically hoarding all the stamina refreshes for quite a while. Now, we're loading level 1. This is where we start. And after level 1, you have 41 more. And expect the same type of challenges as in the campaign. You know, if anyone liked the campaign, then you have something similar. So we're hiding. Good. And we have some chances of winning. We get the same types of chests. And there we get some currency. That's Libos supply point. That's what we're collecting. And we're exchanging those supply points with some good rewards. Okay, that was level 1. At least the first boss. There are 2 more bosses. Let's go to here. We didn't succeed. I don't know if it's randomized or if it's scripted, but sometimes we have to battle. Now, since I did this Ember Trek for the first time, I've gotten stronger, so maybe I need to exchange some of the units. Actually, I don't. These units are fine. I mean, I have Holden. I could replace Sanya with Linguo, or potentially with Selins because you don't really need healing, but not necessarily for this team. Possibly for other teams. It's gonna be fast, so these battles are basically just a chore. Good. That was it. And now we're moving on to the third enemy, as well as the second and the third chest. So there's the second chest. And now the third chest is on the other side. Great. Yeah, lucky. Sometimes you can conceal yourself in weird ways. And now all we need to do is just run to the exit, because you see on the left that you have 3 out of 3 completed, both based on chests and enemies, so there is nothing else to be done. Every second level is a boss fight. So we're gonna do the boss fight, and then we'll talk a bit about rewards. Yeah, just go challenge. We're getting some first clear rewards as well, some other rewards. I mean, first clear, second clear, there is no such thing. You clear all of them once. There is no way to avoid the opponent. Sometimes an SR unit, sometimes an SSR unit, sometimes a random boss. This time, we should have a relatively easy fight. You see, they're up against our units. Now, speed decrease, defense increase, enemies are immune to effects that reduce turn meter progress, and 15 chance to apply freeze for 1 turn. I'll go with the freeze, this time. It's not necessarily optimal. We could even do a speed penalty. That's absolutely fine. Now it's quite easy because you only choose one card. Later on, you're gonna choose 3 cards in total. Not sure if you know, but it is possible to select a given opponent for targeting like this. And then this opponent is gonna be targeted first for the 1 player attack. If there are like 2 or like AoE attacks, it doesn't matter, but if you just have a 1 player attack, then this is what happens. You see, you target this opponent and then the opponent is dead. But this AoE attack just kills basically almost everyone. If you don't deal that much damage, it's not your fault. It's basically build and grinding, so you don't see what's going on in the background when you don't even look. Okay, that was the boss fight. We're gonna get 1 chest because every even level, so 2nd, 4th, 6th and so on, has these types of reward structure. So 1 boss and 1 chest. Great. And if you press T on PC or if you tap, then you get this wheel of misfortune or whatever, claim supplies. You want the libels, the S rewards. Everything else is just added stuff. Yeah, this is not what we want. And this is not what we want either. Anyway, we'll survive with these. And moving on. So far, you may not know why this is an amazing tower. Now, most of the times you climb the tower, this time you're going downwards, it seems. 3rd floor. Looking forward to some better rewards, and then you see what's at stake. Music is very much like Metroid. I'm in the starting screen. Good. So 1 done. 3 to go. It doesn't matter where they face. If you ambush, you ambush. That's the first chest. I don't know where the chests are, so sometimes I'll need to use some radar. Moving on. There is a 2nd chest. Any opponents? None. They're kind of semi-blind as well. So the opponent. Ambushed, perfect. There is the exit, but we still need some chests. Didn't work out. Anyway, sometimes we fight at least once. The ambush attempt was successful. Doesn't look like a difficult fight. In fact, it's really easy. Okay, that's it. 13 seconds, so what would you expect? And you get those libels points as well. Okay, some more points. And we need 1 more chest. Wish I knew where. Here there is nothing, so we were missing 1 chest somewhere. This means we might need to go back. This chest got open and there is something down there. How do we go down there? I have no idea. So we'll need to see the full floor. So every odd level you need to discover basically everything. That's the Metroid type of sound. I'm not sure if they got inspiration from Metroid, but it's very much like the starting screen of Super Metroid, Metroid Dread, and all the Metroids basically. So that's the end. Again, you see. But then how do we go down there? So there is something in there. Yeah, maybe this one. Yeah, I completely forgot that there is an elevator. And that's where the chest is supposed to be. So you go this way. I'm not sure how randomized these levels are. But I cannot recall this challenge from the previous iteration, so it may be randomized. It may be different for you. Maybe it's worth checking it out with 2 accounts and then we would see. Come on. Sometimes we have these quirks. And let's end the turn. We're gonna complete level 4. And then we'll go to the rewards. We got 200 points. Now, Hellkid is kind of easy as well, and we're gonna get some 4-star Shadowprint. These low-level rewards are good because they can be assembled to get a higher level Shadowprint, for instance. Let's see what Hellkid is up to. He was one of the final bosses in the first 10 chapters that we got. Hopefully there is gonna be more story in the future. I know that some people, especially interested in PvP, are not that interested in story mode, but actually that's quite good. Let's see what to choose. Enemy attack 25, speed 20 is worse actually than attack 25. Current HP by 15% before the start of our turn. Good question. 10% chance for 1 turn. I will go with this one. Maybe attack 25% is also doable. Doesn't really matter. We'll survive either way. It's gonna be easy. It's gonna take a while because the opponent is a bit stronger. And we're gonna continue on auto, basically. So we have almost full energy so far, plus a lot of potential to attack. Cooldown of 1 turn initially, so you have a double attack for the AoE hit of Lian. That's quite good. Actually, the reason why I built Lian is twofold in the arena, especially. One is that many others built her, so they cannot use Lian when I use her. And second, they almost never discard Lian because they fear other characters. So I can sneak in with a fully built Lian basically in the arena and no one is banning my Lian. That is the thought process behind it. This works up to certain levels. So at the very top this strategy doesn't work anymore. But I have longer term plans and some detour of building Lian doesn't hurt because I can get back the resources if I wanted to. So that was level 4 out of 42. So you see, every second fight is basically a boss. And let's get the chest. Another 100 currency. So before going to the end, let's reap the rewards. So we have 3 options, or 3... Yeah, there you go. Lucky moment, reward upgrade. All rewards upgraded to rare materials. Let's see. Now we get 1 free option to get a 5-star Shadowprint. That's amazing. 500 crystals, 200 crystals, 2 draws. That's not bad. And some summon materials. So you see, you're not gonna get this type of rewards and like other either temporary game modes or this or the cursed city equivalent. So let's see. We got a 5-star Shadowprint. Amazing, a red one. We have 2 more. And these 10 crystals are just consolidation prizes, not a problem. With some upgrades, because now the A reward is, for example, an Animus Summoner. And you get also a double pool. So that's why we're playing. So now hopefully you understand why this is so important. And you can go all the way to like 30, 40, and then you can start hard as well afterwards. It's gonna be doable sooner or later. So number 5, sometimes the setting is different, so you don't always have the same background. In some cases it's a bit different. Okay, this worked out. This worked out too. That's why it's a bit faster. If you're good, you can get away with just one battle. No other chests anywhere. Didn't work out. So we'll have to fight for 10 seconds or so. So clearing this once a month doesn't hurt. You also have this monthly mechanics in here. Okay. Now, this is complete, so let me play again. Good. We cannot get here for some reason. But now we can. Second chest. Yeah. Very good. The approach matters, so if you approach from here, it's a bit harder to ambush. Okay, and that's all we have left. Good. We got all the currencies, 170. So if we clear the next boss, we will have at least 2 more attempts to get something good. So level 6. Should be easy, and we're gonna win some crystals as well. Sometimes the architecture is a bit different, so here you see, I've seen this for the first time here, I think. With all the clocks, so all this bridge like in Mortal Kombat. There you go. I hope that's just gonna appear in the story as well, sooner or later. So we need to select one card. Dispel 1 debuff from cloak monsters. Okay. I don't mind, it's gonna be winnable. Red against red is also fine. Oh, and by the way, you want to go for the boss because the cloak monsters are respawned. Hold on. This will take a while. So this is the first boss that is not instant. And you, especially during the first few weeks, you want to use SSR and SR units together, because it's the lattices. You won't get enough lattices to max out all the skills of every SSR. So you need to use some SRs until you max out your 5 SSR team for a given opponent. And sometimes you need to change the team based on affinity as well. Here I have the luxury of just using one team for everything. Up to a point, up to I think like level 30 or so, that's when I need to start thinking. Before level 30, I don't even need to think. That's experience from the past. So 150, this means we have not 2 but 3 attempts. So let's do these attempts. Not good. Acceptable. And second best option. And again, reward upgrade. So this has been acquired, the 5-star. So let's see what else is available. 200 crystals, amazing. So then you see that the rewards got upgraded. Now we have 35 Hydra crystals, here we have 40, everything else is upgraded. And this time we're down to the red floor. It's not about Twin Peaks, it's about just some extra animation, so that you get some variety. And then floor 7 is gonna be a regular floor. We're not gonna go through the whole tower because it will take ages, but we'll go through some levels. And you see the setting is a bit different. This time you get a different background. Now you have 2 opponents. Come on. Conceal here, conceal here. Okay. Opponent is not seeing us. That's good. Just turn back. Amazing. And ambush. It didn't work though. As if it was hard-coded. I don't know. So level 7 should be easy. The whole normal tower is supposed to be easy enough after your first month. Or if you proceed a bit more slowly, that's fine as well. First chest. Okay. Nothing else. There is a second chest behind the wall. Okay, and many opponents. Didn't work out again. And the other opponent will also attack. Oh, we have the tough opponents, the tanks. So this time it took a lot of time, 15 seconds. Okay, let's escape. And now we can go back. Good. So there was a chest here. I can recall this level. Or maybe it's just a randomness. That it appeared the same. There is another chest here. That's what we saw before. And the last chest. So we got 2 more rewards. I think we can draw the rewards. Okay, upgrade again. 200, 500, the shadow print is acquired. And we got 4 prototypes, amazing. And once again some upgrade, you have new items in the normal wheel. So moving on. And obviously you spend it out throughout the month, so you don't need to rush this. Now we'll fight Heinrich. Which is typical because I think we fought him in a similar setting. So that's gonna be level 8. So 1 card. gain 1 turn of immunity at the start of the enemy's battle. Given that we're gonna survive this and we have a healer, I usually choose this one if I can. Because it's just for 1 turn, and after the first turn, everything goes back to normal. So we got a team of Heinrich and Dobol together. It is suboptimal when we don't select a target because the enemies are attacked kind of randomly. We could select Dobol, for instance. Yeah, didn't even sense it at all. Now the healing is back. Good. I might need to be at Ling Luo, I just don't have time. I'm prioritizing damage dealers. As well as Lily. Lily doesn't count as a damage dealer, but her support is better than Ling Luo, I would say. But it also depends on the opponent. Okay, we killed the team, and now you just have Heinrich left. And it's over. Good, so we're gonna get some more rewards after 1 minute 33. Loading times could be a bit slower, or could be a bit faster. Should be. Okay, 2 more prototypes. And let's claim this. Okay, nothing life-changing. And that was level 8. And then on level 9, I think you go back to the usual setting. Yeah, back to the sewers. Once again a Raid Shadow Legend reference. That succeeded. Okay. I've seen this area before. Okay. Second one succeeded. Okay, third one. And then this failed. You see this when you see the deceleration of speed, that it won't succeed. This is by design that Lily starts buffing Lian and then Lian comes. So you can manipulate the order with the speed stat. So Lily has to be faster than Lian. What is this? Let's not open the door. I think this is the exit. So first we need to collect some other stuff. For example, this chest. We have 1 more chest and 1 more opponent. And we can see the exit already. Yeah, we tried. So are you gonna survive 15 seconds? No, only 10. And half of it was animation. Okay, we got 2 more. And we fail to make progress. Conscious corridor. And you get some more rewards for defeating the boss as well. So level 10. Should be an easy one. As most of them. We're gonna get one final reward and we'll call it a day. Okay. Silence for 1 turn at the start of the battle. Just for 1 turn. Everything else is durable until the very end. So we're gonna get silence for 1 turn. We'll survive it, not a problem. Silencing means that you just use the basic attack, it seems. Opponents can use anything they want. And then comes the second turn, quite soon. Okay, we're still alive. And with the healing from now on, it's gonna be easy, because we overcame the difficulty of the first turn, and now this is just a walk in the park. Or the sewers. Do this once a month, it's not hard. So it seems like we're defeating the boss, and now you just have the minions. I think at the end on level 42 you're gonna get a perfect lattice. Okay, 3 more opponents. Holden is not yet fully built. That's why Lian is still a lot stronger. At least he's 6-starred. So we got the reward for the fight. And we're gonna get the reward from the chest. Only 100. Last time we got 150. So this is the last reward that we're gonna get, and it's not good enough. Okay. Come on. F. And level 11 is gonna be go next time. So you can do exit level, and then you'll continue from here next time if you do the same. So these are the first 10 levels of Ember Trek. Try to complete all 42. It's possible that you won't be able to complete all 42 the first time around, but for the second time it is doable. And make sure you accomplish 100% everywhere, and then reap the rewards. You see, level 42, Memory Abyss is the last one. You get to battle Doki Doki, everyone basically. Messiah, Obol, everyone. And then once you finish this, you're gonna go to hard, but it's only unlocked once you clear normal. Highly recommended. One of the best trial challenges out here.